Hi guys, it's Aegis here. So it's been a very long time since I do another deck profile. Of course, this time I'll be covering the standard, and I will be doing a Maelstrom updated deck profile. It's really been a while, not only for Maelstrom, also for myself doing deck profiles because I have been like uh, getting sick, and somehow I lost my voice for like 2 weeks. And when I'm starting to recover a little bit, it actually was the Hong Kong WGP Deluxe Final. So I was half losing my voice while helping out. So if you do check out those videos, you might hear my voice still a little bit weak and strange, but at least I think I'm getting better now. So I'm here with some deck profiles that I still need to give it to you guys. Yeah. So let's start with Maelstrom, because I think Maelstrom is actually the one that I'm excited the most, where you finally get the Glory Maelstrom, and he is very interesting, very unique as in his skills. So let's talk about his skills first. During your turn, if your Riga Circle also has a original Maelstrom, then you will get their active abilities, and all your friends will get plus 5k for each Blue Storm, Armada, or the Judgment Maelstrom order in your order zone. So I will be using the name Judgment Maelstrom because I'm playing the Japanese version, so I just don't want to mix myself up. But you will know what that card is. And then the second skill is when your Maelstrom, the original one, attacks a Vanguard. Until end of turn, that unit will get plus 5k power, and is your 4th battle or more this turn. Draw a card and choose one of your opponent's regards and retire it. So this tells you the more Maelstrom you have and starting to attack, that will generate you more retire and draw power. But that also tells you to use a lot of the original Maelstrom, because Glory Maelstrom is a different card name, so you can't just put down a Glory Maelstrom and expect this skill to pop. And then lastly, when your unit with Maelstrom is card name attacks caused by resting 2 of the Judgment Maelstrom set orders in your order zone, and your opponent cannot call Sentinels from their hand to Guardian Circle at the end of the battle. So you have multiple chances to do guard restrictions, even though you're likely going to do it like once. Not only because it didn't say it's a once per turn, and it's, as long as your Maelstrom unit attacks, you get rest 2 of the set orders to do that. But in order to get to 4 of the set orders, it's really hard because it's a grade 3 set order, so you need to actually like stay in for 4 turns, which usually for this deck is not expecting you to stay kind of that long. But if you do, then you can have 2 times the guard restrictions. If not usually 1, then you can choose it to be your Vanguard. So when you have a chance to drive check your opponents cannot use Sentinels, then you can just give them pressure, or actually like bait them to use the Blitz Order PG so that they need to use it there. But more importantly is you actually get to choose the moment. So one moment is that, the other moment is after you drive checking, you get something that can go fatal, then you attack with other Maelstrom with rest 2 of the Judgment Maelstrom, and you will be giving a big threat to your opponent. Yeah, so the deck itself, just with Glory Maelstrom making the deck way stronger, but it also requires you to basically put in 4 Maelstrom, 4 Judgment Maelstrom, which takes up 8 cards in your deck. So yeah, that's high risk, high return, I guess. But the risk is you are using a lot of non-shield cards, but then what you can gain is a chance of doing a lot of draw power and a lot of power gain through all these skills. And then for the right line, before I was using Commander Jaime's older build before, of course, like using the Ranger chain, not using the Judgment Maelstrom at all, and then the Grade 2 is using the Tidal Assault, so they can just keep doing a lot of multiple attacking stuff, early game, rushing kind of build. But now, with this build, more importantly is you need to actually find your Maelstroms and you need to find your set orders, so I'm using the right line to actually help me to do that. So it's more important to do that, and I guess it's also time for me to find the FR version to blink the deck if I want to, but first I also need to find some Glory Maelstrom to do so. But yeah, going to the main deck, of course maxing out the Glory Maelstroms and also the Maelstroms themselves, so that you get a lot of cards in your soul, because you will be soul lasting quite a lot and you do need some cards in your soul as well. So there we go. And more importantly for the Maelstrom is you need to use the active skill to generate that much of the attack, and if you can, hopefully you can just use ways to put Maelstrom into your soul, right? And then you use your Glory Maelstrom to pull it back out so that it can attack for 2 times, have you to at least reach to the 4, and then you just try to make more Maelstrom attacks whenever you actually possible. And then here comes the set orders, max out at 4 as well. Don't need to talk about too much on that, I guess. And then let's talk about the new card, which is Tier Knight Elicurinus. It's a very long name. So it can be counted as Aqua Force, because I'm using a Aqua Force Vanguard basically. And when this plays on Vega Circle, if you have basically an Aqua Force Clan Vanguard, look at the top 7 cards of the deck, choose up to 1 card with Maelstrom's card name, or up to 1 of the Judgment Maelstrom order card. Among them, review it, add to your hand, and shuffle your deck, and then you review a card, choose 1 card from your hand and put it into your soul or discard it. So basically you are searching for your Maelstrom and then put them into your soul. If you get the order, then you need to discard something else, but I guess it's still worth it because you do need to get enough of the set orders to do the pump. And the set orders itself also, when set, you can bring something back, so it's kind of not losing anything, hopefully. And then he also got a skill that at the end of the battle that unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or higher Vanguard with Maelstrom in its card name, which you should, kind of +1, choose 1 of your regards and swap the position with that unit. So it is another card that generates you more than 3 attacks. So just these upgrades, and the Glory Maelstrom makes the deck so different, where you can get some good quality into your search, which we don't have before, and we always need to hard draw this card, which is very, very tough. But now we can get to do a lot more search, and you can actually search your Maelstrom to use, or even the Glory Maelstrom if you want to personalize 4. So it's just great. And then I'm using 2 of the Tidal Assault and 2 of the Brave Shooter as the extra multiple attacker. In some builds, they will cut these 4 cards into the old right cards, where you when using your right deck, discard this, and then so +1, put it back to the bottom and then draw a card thing, the grade 2. But for me, I just want to play a little bit more safe to get enough amount of attacks to go in, and because we have the Glory Maelstrom plus the Judgment Maelstrom to keep pumping power to our front row, so instead of having like a very weak small pokes, now even these ones are going to help you out with slightly better in power. So yeah, that's why I'm still using them. But if you want more kind of draw power, you might cut 2 of the promos into the ride cost, or even cut 4 if you really want to, but for me, I just want more multiple attackers. That's why I'm using them. And then for the extra draw power, I'm using 2 of the Brave Shooter and then 4 of the Dancing Cutlass as the draw power. That's why some people, if you want more sort of draw power, you can like turn these 2 into these, and then turn these 2 into something else to the older ride cost, so that you can have at least like 10. Some people even running for like a total of 12. They just want to completely do, I want my pieces or I want my draws. You can definitely go for that if you want to, but I just want to give myself some flexibility, so I'm doing it this way. It is still doing okay for me, so I think it's fine. And then 4 of the wheel as well for you to do the switch, but then you have the soul blast, so do be careful. Don't always soul blast your Maelstrom out, else you will be losing a lot of things. So as long as you are aware of this, I think it's fine. You might even want to cut one out for more draws if you want to, but it's actually up to you. For me, I think I put more focus on the multiple attack part to make sure I can do enough attacks, especially before I start like utilizing the Maelstrom skill if I'm going first. So there we go. But if you are like more confident into drawing your pieces and then sort of wait in turn, or maybe you are trusting your wheels out, then you can still go for the full draws. And then I get 4 of the PGs. If you want to use it, this order up to you. And then I'm using 1 of the fire regularly, so this is also a new support for as a generic card to everyone, which from hand or drop you can bind this on the top 5 cards of your deck and then choose up to 1 card, reveal it. If you didn't reveal, you shuffle your deck and then draw 1 card back, so no matter what you will gain something. But if you choose to reveal, and if it's a glitter, add it to your hand, or if it's like your Vanguard grade or below, you can go to the Vanguard circle. So if you reveal something, you basically in here you are trying to fill up your board, which is very important for your multiple attackers, or even getting a Maelstrom onto your board so that you can activate the skills and such. If you can't find anything, is like if you see all 5 are triggers, you can shuffle them and then just draw a card, so it won't lose you anything. But do remember, this is not an order to play. It will just remove itself from hand or remove itself from drop, so it won't affect you playing your set orders, because it is not actually playing an order. It is using the effect, kind of like the masks in your drop zone. So I think it's a very good card for you to find your pieces, and I guess it's slightly better than Angel Ladder, because finding pieces in here is very important still. So the focus is on multiple attacks and finding your pieces with the draws as well. So you can kind of see the concept why these are the cards that I'm picking for triggers. Now I am using the Story Key OT, but if you want to play a slightly long game, you can use the Dark OT, the Water OT, I think it's fine as well. Fire OT I don't think is helping too much, but I still like to use Story Key OT from a lot of Story Key decks, so here we go. And then for crits, there are 7 crits, and then I'm actually using draws here because I like to get my pieces, and with the set orders and Glory Maelstrom skill, I think it pumped my front row good enough, so I'm not going for the fronts. But if you are kind of afraid on the soul usage, then you can use the new front trigger that goes into the soul after guarding basically, so you can do that as well. But my focus is on finding pieces, so here I am with the draws, and then I'm using 4 heels. Just normal heel is fine. So far the old effect heels is not going to help you too much because there isn't too much of the multiple attacking kind of things, and not a lot of stuff that actually gaining crit for themselves, so they are basically just doing drive checks and such. So yeah, unfortunately effect heals are not going to be very helpful here. Yeah, so with this stack you can do basically 4 attacks for sure, and sometimes you can go to 5. You can go, like, if you want to max out, you can actually go to 7, which costs you a lot of things. So the counter blast management is actually very important, and like you do need to look at your board very carefully so that you don't actually ruin yourself. Okay, so say if you have a board count like this, then depending on how you actually pull which one out, say if you put this out, then you use this to do the first attack. If you are going second, when your opponent is graveyard hard, then you can withstand it, right? That's 1. This attack withstand as 2. Then you probably will be using this attack as a 3, because after that, when your all these Maelstroms attacks, they will give you something good, right? And then if you want to, you can even go in with that. That's 4, and then you can choose to do here to be a threat, or you can wait for next, and then you will soul blast 1, switch, right? And then when these 2 attacks, you will actually get to draw a card and retire for both of them. So you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks, right? So that's some simple math, I guess. And if you really want to go for more, that's going to be a lot harder, and I probably don't suggest you to do that, so I'm not going to put it here. But even like a, say this, and then this, right? So this is basically your starting great return. Now because of that, even if this is in your soul and when you pull it out, you won't get the withstanding part. So if you are doing so, you might actually consider doing this as well if you can, right? So this is your starting great return, I would say. Now using this, and then use this skill to switch, and this is the second attack, and then you will withstand it, right? And then the third attack, it can be this, it can be your Vanguard if you want to, doesn't matter, but I would probably put it here. That's 3, and then use this as a 4, and then so last switch, and then 5 and 6. So it's quite easy to actually get 6 attacks, and even if this is not a Maelstrom, say even if this is just something like this, you can still kind of manage yourself to do enough attacks, right? But then the thing is, you can only have one of these right here, right? Which you can't actually gain the power from the set orders. You can only rely on Glory Maelstrom, his own skill, to get the plus 5k, right? So the first great return attack is still kind of weak, but then at least you don't need to wait for few of these to get the power. You can already get at least 5k out of this, so I think it's already a very good improvement compared to when you're purely playing Maelstrom in the past, where you just hit too small and it doesn't look hurt at all. Yeah, so you can do at least 4, you can go to 5 to 6 attacks depending on what your pieces are, so it's very important to actually get your pieces on time, and you do need to discard to do your stuff. So yeah, you can see why I am playing a lot of different draws. And again, if you want to use more of the right cost draw that I'm not using right here, you can feel free to use it. Just slightly tune your wheelhouse out, slightly tune your loaded attackers, and you should be fine. Yeah, so I think that's it for this deck profile. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Happy to start doing deck profiles again. There's a lot of decks that I still need to test and roll out to you guys, so stay tuned for all that. Tournament will probably be a little bit longer because we just done this year, and next year I guess it still need to wait for a few months. So you will see me posting more deck profiles from now on, and again, glad to be back on deck profiles as well, because I do love to like building different decks and hopefully just play with them, find out which one I like, and just share with you guys. So do stay tuned for that. If it is with Dragon Empire, Stoichia, maybe Dark States, you can do let me know what kind of new decks that you do want to see. I'll see if I can actually manage to get them ready. Yeah, so I think that's it for this video. Subscribe for more deck profiles, deck fights, unboxing videos, of course. Let me know any questions in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.